A minute until midnight. I'm just wondering where you at. Just thought I'd call and wish you good night. I left my key under the mat. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling might go when I say what we had. Would you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
Merry Christmas Eve. Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings, the Christmas Eve version. I mean, I have no idea how many people are going to be here tonight. We're going to wing it, see what goes on. Marina, welcome. Brown Sugar, Bartman, Ash, and Pamela, welcome. And PT, apparently, as well. PT wants to know advice for manifesting journey. Advice for manifesting journey. There we go. Going on. D, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. Good to see you. Kolzaya, welcome. Hello. B, welcome. Tammy and D Dave. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope you are all doing great. We're here for a little Christmas Eve tarot. You know what I mean? I don't have any Christmas tarot. I do not have any Christmas tarot. That would be a very, very specific deck that you could only use once a year. I'm not into decks I can only use once a year. Like the winter wait, I think that would be good during the entire winter time, but a Christmas specific tarot, oh, that's kind of reaching. That's kind of reaching in my, in my humble opinion there. There you go. Hello, B. Thank you for your donation as well. How are you doing tonight? All right. Let's see if I can, I wonder, let's see, video capture device. Let's see, configure video. Wonder what I can do on that. Can I bump the saturation? I want to bump the saturation by a lot. A little bit on the contrast side, and then hit OK, and then hit done. Wow, that looks really good. It does. Boo Boo, hello, how you doing tonight? Good to see you, Tina. Welcome. All right, I'm fiddling with the saturation. It's a bit oversaturated, but we're going to roll with it tonight. Okay, advice for manifesting journey. The Eight of Cups. Oh, it says you need to give up on some aspects of that. I don't really think the whole thing is working. I don't think the whole thing is really working for you. You know what I mean? I think you've run into some challenges. I think you're sort of doing stuff the hard way. You want to sort of reevaluate some things and abandon what's not working. The Eight of Cups is about abandonment. It is about walking away. And you need to feel comfortable walking away from things that, bottom line, that just aren't going to be working, right? Page of Swords. Be very flexible in how you go about it as well. Robin and Zora, welcome. How you doing? Be very flexible. Page of Swords, as you know, contains all of the elements, and the Page of Swords is very important here because it says be flexible. Don't be hard-lined into doing things a certain way. a lot of times we'll see things a certain way, or we'll see somebody else doing it, or we get taught to do things a certain way, and we get stuck in a pattern. You just don't want to do that. You want to be more flexible as far as how you're going to get things going, right? And then you have the Two of Wands. It says be aware that there are multiple ways to get where you want to go. So, be aware that there could be multiple paths. And when you choose those, you're going to have to sort of stick with it, see if it works, and evaluate over time and see if that's going to be something that you definitely want to stick with. And Ace of Pentacles, never stop moving. Don't really take any break, right? As far as manifesting, you're going to work 24 hours a day, but 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, just sort of work on something every day. Don't take a break, because if you do, you'll sort of stagnate, you'll get stuck, and you're not going to be able to get where you need it to be. All right. What's for dinner indeed? Buttered muffins. That's what's for dinner. All right. Let's see what is going to happen next. Hello, be possible reconciliation. Is that going to be a thing? Is it going to be a thing or not? Let's see about that. Let's fix the camera. Okay, now the camera looks really weird. D-Dave, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's fix the camera. Let's bring down that saturation. That's way, way too much saturation. There we go. That's going to be much better. All right, so yeah, let's see about the hello B. Where is the possible reconciliation? Even yes. Is it even worth it anymore? Hello B, should you abandon ship at this point? Is that going to be a thing, or should we just abandon ship? What's a good abandon ship card deck? Oh, I guess the Thoth. The Thoth will give it to us. The Thoth will give it to us real. The Thoth gets real. The Thoth doesn't really mess around. You need that. You need that. Taco sounds good indeed. Insert joke here. All right. Grilled burgers. There you go. That's what you need. Or you need a foodie taro. No, tasty taro for dinner. There you go. All right. Possible reconciliation. Is it even worth it now? The Thoth is going to tell you the truth here. You got to sort of recognize that the Thoth is going to sort of lay down the law here and let you know what's really going on. What are we doing here for reconciliation? It does say that, you feel like you're being controlled a lot of times. You feel like that this person's sort of reaching out, pulling you back. And I think that's sort of the pattern, right? The Fool. Let's go on this journey together. Let's sort of get the adventure going. But I don't really want to be there for the entire thing. It seems like that they just sort of give up halfway, or they're not like super committed and things like that. It just feels like that you could optimize that a little better to where, it just feels like that they're using you a lot of times. And that's not going to be something that you want to do. If somebody's just using you, if somebody's just running over you and you just keep going back, that's not going to be a good thing at all. So you got to sort of be careful with how much you're going to dedicate to that. You know what I mean? How much are you going to dedicate to that? You don't sort of want to be careful with all of that stuff. So yeah, it just feels like make sure that you're not being used, but they do want to go on different adventures at different times. It seems like that they're a little bit too on the non-committed side and whatnot, but overall at the end of the day, it's sort of how much do you want to put up with? That's sort of what we're asking here. How much do you want to put up with? Because it seems like that you put up with quite a bit. It does feel like this person sort of belongs with us. They belong in our home, or they belong in a home. So this is sort of safety and security and whatnot. It's also called power, etc. And this just feels like that is going to be something that you do belong with this person. But again, if they're just going to use you, how much time are you really going to sort of dedicate to that, right? And at the end, the Chariot says, give them another shot. If they come back, if they want to reconcile, give them another shot and see how it goes. The Chariot says, let's get moving. But again, watch what's happening. Watch the rules. Don't get in a situation where you're just being used with all of that stuff. You definitely want to be cautious and definitely want to be not run over at the end of the day. All right. Dixie D, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. D-Day for Zora. Zora wants to know her love. Okay, D-Day, Zora wants to know something. Let's try it out and see how that is going to go. Oh, okay. We need to delete this. We'll leave Santa there. And, all right. Zora wants to know if Nina loves her and if we would propose to her. Okay. All right, we got a proposal. Do we have any love in there? But basically, we want to find out if we love this person or this person loves us or whatnot. You know a good love deck? The Gilded Tarot. I'm just saying. The Gilded Tarot. If Nima loves her and if he will propose to her, that's a pretty hefty commitment there. We need some good cards here. We need some magical and amazing cards for this particular reading. I'm just saying. We need some magical and amazing cards for this particular reading for sure. Oh, we got a lot of reversals on this one. The Empress. Well, the Empress says that she is more interested in him than he is interested in her. Oh, you see that pattern. The Empress is like, she is interested, but he is sort of, a little bit light on the commitment, a little bit light on sort of where we're going at the end of the day with that. And then the High Priestess reverse, sort of interesting with the Magician and Strength. All of the good cards are upside down. We got, number one, we got all majors. Number two, we got most of them upside down. The High Priestess being upside down says the communication is not really there. The connection is there, but the communication is not good enough to sort of support something that's going to be super serious, very heavy-handed and whatnot. The Magician being reversed, this is almost like that he's not willing to put in the time and effort in order to get something like that going. I think, again, that he's sort of interested, but would he put the time in to get this thing going? Would he put the time in to just be going 100%? That just doesn't seem to be that. The Magician being upside down just says no. And finally, Strength, the connection that we need for that to work, again, just isn't there. So we have a lot of different issues with this particular situation. The main one is, it seems that she's more interested than he is. And the other ones are, he seems to be a little light on the commit side. So there you go. 4 majors. It's strong, but they're all upside down. All the good ones are upside down. That is interesting indeed. It does mean that she is very interested in him. All right. What's coming towards me in love for January? Dixie, let's see how that's going to go. Love for January. Lady, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. G1G, welcome as well. How you doing tonight? Let's use the good old-fashioned, everybody loves the sold-out Waterfall Tarot. I officially have no more cards to sell anybody. I'm out of stock on everything. I will be reprinting both the Waterfall Tarot and the Echoes of Nature, because there's a lot of people that want the Echoes of Nature. In fact, there's some magazine or something that had some pictures of the Echoes of Nature in it. So I'm getting a ton of mail from Europe about somebody had something. So there's a bunch of people that want it. And I'm like, well, it doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, let's see how that is going to go at the end of the day. So, love for January. Cocaine, welcome. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The 3 of Swords and the 4 of Wands and 9 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I think that you're in for a better situation than you've had before. It seems that you've had a rough situation. We have the Lord of Defeat over here. The Lord of Defeat is just no good. It says that we've had some rough situations. It's a lot of times you just feel like you want to give up. We just have situations where you're sort of unsure about where to go, unsure about how to do things and whatnot. You're just getting into the situations that you're just not planned for, and things are just not great. Sarah, thank you for your donation. And the 4 of Wands says it gets better. It gets better. I think in January you're starting. Marina, thank you for your donation. I think in the January it starts getting better. It doesn't actually sort of fully manifest until about March. but in January, definitely moving towards that. The Four of Wands points to a little more comfort, a little more home card feel there. The Nine of Swords says you do worry about sort of some of the upcoming opportunities, upcoming relationships, because they are sort of awkward in some ways. But I think you're able to work through that, and it's going to be sort of a Queen of Pentacles where you just sort of adjust, you adapt, and I think that's going to be better for you. But I think your main meat of the story is going to come in March, and in January, you're going to start seeing things pick up a bit. All right. Let's see. Sarah, general reading ship about relationship and career. Let's see about Sarah. What's going on? Cocaine, what is your question? Let me know. Why's Capricorn block me? Does he still love me? Wow, Cocaine, you're pretty passionate about that Capricorn. I'm just saying that Capricorn's got you all upside down over there. All right. Let's see, Sarah. We'll go for a general. See what is going to happen with that. See where the tarot takes us, and specifically see where the tarot, the divine, takes us as far as love goes. You know what I mean? As far as that love goes and all of that. There you go. Sunflower says there is no list. We do random. We do random after donations, and there's a pile of donations. So let's get through these and see how that is going to do. All right, get a general. What is the feel? What is going to be the feel about the general? Temperance. That's sort of interesting there. And the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Coins. I mean, you're sort of looking at friendship. Sort of looking at friends being one of the big highlights sort of coming up, right? We got that Three of Cups. We get that friendship thing. Friendship thing is sort of all about it. I actually think that you end up sort of getting a couple of opportunities for love or sort of relationship things sort of happening because of friends. So it is going to be sort of important. Cassie, thank you for your donation. So the Four of Cups says that we do get into some either relationships or some opportunities, or the friends introduce us to some things, etc., that are sort of going on. Some of these we're not going to be quite prepared for or excited about. You know, the general of the friends are sort of shoving people our way. Page of Coins says we do have an opportunity for something that is a little more on the steady side, almost like either a friends with benefits or something where you have some unusual contact, or you have a contact that you haven't had before, somebody that you meet sort of on the side and casual type thing. Temperance says overall, as far as sort of moving across into the new year, moving across into the next few months, it's going to be sort of the same old, same old. I don't see anything huge, any big opportunities. I don't see anything that would just be massive. It just seems like things going on as usual coming up. I think you have a pretty like this steadiness that sort of settles in to where you don't have a ton of unexpected stuff. And, you know, at the end of the day, you just feel like things are just rolling along as usual. So there you go. TTV is here. What is going on? Merry Christmas to you, TTV, as well. I will be streaming tomorrow. In case you're curious, I will be streaming tomorrow. Hello, B. Thank you for your donation. All right. Cocaine. Thank you, whoever else donated. I'm trying to type here. Hang on. Why is the Capricorn block me? Does he still love me? I mean, in general, when somebody blocks you, the love aspect is not usually big on their mind. It's not one of those. It's not one of those aspects that's really prominent in their mind when they hit the block button. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. Why does the Capricorn block me? Does he still love me? Does he still love me? Hit that block button. People are just damn mean around the holidays. I'm just saying. CM, welcome. How you doing? By the way, I am streaming tomorrow. In case anybody wonders, I will be streaming tomorrow. I think that's my first Christmas stream. I'm not sure when I started this. Did I stream last year on Christmas? Just kind of curious there. Kind of curious indeed. All right. Isabella, thank you for upping your donation. I appreciate that. All right. So why they block me? Do they still love me? I mean, yeah, not really. They sort of want you to go away. I mean, you have that Seven of Swords. They want you to go away. They want a little time to theirself. They want a little time to theirself. You know what I mean? It is a little bit of a defensive field where I want to sort of get you away from me a little bit. They do want a cutting. They do want the connection to be severed a little bit. Is that focused? Yeah, it's a little better. They do want that connection severed a little bit. They want you to go away. So no, does not look like that they still love you. It looks like that we have obviously that's not a good card. We're looking in these cards that are just not good. I think it's something where that they just need a break. They need a little distance and all of that. They need a little bit of a break coming into here, especially with the Empress. A little time alone to reset and to do things that they need to do without interference or whatnot. But yeah, I just need some space. They just need that space right now, and you probably want to give it to them. Well, you don't really have any choice. They kind of blocked you. But yeah, I guess you could do the stalker thing where you could just create about 50 other accounts and start, spamming them. I don't know. That's up to you. I would not recommend that, though. You know what I mean? Sunshiny Day, welcome. How you doing? Sahu, welcome as well. Cassie, Marina. Next love, Marina. What is the next love going to bring us? Is it going to be something magical, amazing? The Modern Love Tarot will let us know. The Modern Love Tarot will let us know what the next relationship brings. It's going to be magical and fabulous. Look at that spinning card action there. You see that? That spinning card action. I think that card actually turned itself upside down. Did you see that? That was wild. It did. It turned itself upside down on its own. It like the spirit grasped it and moved that damn thing upside down. It was just wild to see. I'm just saying. The next love. Well, the Three of Cups being reversed says it's not going to be somebody that you want to just be around 100% of the time. The Three of Cups is nice because it means that they're your friend and your lover. So now you can talk to them, you can hang out with them, we can have casual conversations. It just doesn't feel like that's actually going to be a thing. The Three of Cups, the card that just magically turned itself upside down, is not one of those good things there. It just feels like they're just not going to be your best friend. Basically. The Five of Pentacles says that it's going to be a long distance relationship. As I talk about in my new book, if you see a window, it means a long distance relationship a lot of the times. Five of Pentacles is sort of interesting by itself, but I think it's sort of leaning towards this long distance thing. Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I think that you feel the relationship is successful overall. You got the Six of Wands feel where it feels great and it's just fantastic. But the Page of Pentacles says that getting a stability, getting something that's going to be 100% across a huge distance is difficult, especially since a person lives quite a ways away. So it's just be, very expensive and whatnot. And then you have all the restrictions on travel and everything. It just feels like that it's a bit of a little bit of a work in trying to sort of keep it up and keep it surviving. Everybody complains about that Three of Cups. Everybody complains about that Three of Cups. That was a big comment in my review section over there. But it's okay. I don't know. I've seen so many decks of cards. I don't really take them super seriously. Like if they have something fun and unusual on it, I just don't let that ruin it for me anymore. I think after you have enough cards, you're just like, yeah, whatever. This person's interpretation looks like this. So studying. How will I do on the LSAT? Let's find out about what's a good LSAT deck. I think if you're going to study, you might as well study with the cats. You know what I mean? Little Grimalkin and Tarot thing. Living their best life. That's right, D. A lot of people did complain about it on the comment section of the review, though. So, I'm just saying. A lot of people did not like that at all. But, oh well. I don't know. People have different ways of interpreting things on their own decks. You know what I mean? I think you got to give the artist the freedom to sort of do whatever they want to do with a card and then decide if you want the deck or not. But if you want the deck, you kind of have to eat that particular card. The card that ruined the deck, you kind of got to eat that card. That's why on my cards, I'm hoping that there's no card that ruined the deck. Sam, how you doing tonight? Huda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So you're studying. The Ace of Pentacles says you're studying well. You're doing well with the studies. Cassie, that Ace of Pentacles, you're starting that good, solid foundation as far as that goes, right? And then the Queen of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles. It says that you do pretty good. You do pretty good. Basically, that you pass. Not going to be a problem. The Three of Pentacles does say that you're sort of working against yourself in some different way. That could mean as far as study habits. That could mean as far as what you're studying, what you're going to get versus what you're studying may not match 100%. But the Three of Pentacles being reversed is some of your work is wasteful and it's not optimized. So if you can optimize that, you can figure out sort of where that's going to be at. That'd be great because you definitely want to be optimized when you walk into a big test, right? Then the Queen of Swords says, I don't really think that you have any obstacles as far as somebody working against you, anything working against you. In fact, I think there are people that are very supportive and very much helping you. Study buddy would be great on this as well. So that Queen of Swords being reversed points to that. And the Page of Pentacles, I think that you pass. I think that you pass. I don't think that you make a perfect score or anything just legendary, but I do think that you pass. Not a big problem. Page of Pentacles is such a great card. It sort of celebrates what we have and how we have it and whatnot. So I think it's looking pretty good. Past karma in relationship in its real. Is it real? And what are your thoughts? I don't know. You want my thoughts? Okay. So I guess that's not a tarot reading. Oh, past karma in relationships. Okay. Is it real? What are your thoughts? I'm lost. Okay. Well, general question. I think that you do have karma. I think that you do have things to work out. Is it karma? Is it karma? I don't know. I think that you have things to work out. It doesn't make any sense that this doesn't exist. I've had many times where I've run into somebody and it feels like I freaking know that person. I've never seen them before. I know I've never seen them before, but I freaking know that person. And it's creepy because I know all sorts of things about sort of how they do things, what they're comfortable with. I sort of have a good vibe with them, but I also sort of know what they're thinking. It's really, you have things to work out with people. And I think they keep coming back until you work it out. I think that's sort of where soulmates are. It's somebody that you're attached to, somebody that you've had meaningful relationships with, and you need to close the door and sort of close out the relationship. But, you know, a lot of times that is, that's my opinion. I think that I've met too many people and I know too much about them without ever even talking to them. And then I start talking to them and it's really weird. So... And then I have situations where I feel like I need to tell somebody something, which is really weird because now you're wondering if you should tell them or not. But yeah, I think you have to work out the situation. You have to work out karma with people. I don't think it's karma per se, like you did something bad or good. I just think that relationships persist across lifetimes and you have to sort of resolve something and you keep meeting them until you resolve it. So I've had some weird ass situations in my life for sure. I had this one person actually, Sam, thank you for your donation. I had this one person who I broke up with. Cece, thank you for your donation. So I broke up with her and I moved to another state and another city in another state. And I'm there and I ran into her. Now she moved to a different city in a different state, and she randomly chose the same one that I moved to. We never had a conversation about it, ever, about moving to this place, ever. I picked it like randomly, and I run into her. That's kind of the thing where you're like, wait a minute. That's not right. That's beyond luck. Okay. Let's see. Will the Aquarius reach out and apologize soon? Eventually break up. I don't know. I think soulmates is not an easy thing. I think when you meet other people and when you have things to work out with other people, it's extremely complex. Marina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Will the Aquarius reach out soon and apologize? They've been mean. They're meany. They have been mean. Will they apologize? Let's see. I don't know what's going on with this one particular spot on the table, but cards are moving around by themselves. Maybe there's a little airflow over here or something. I have no idea what's going on. But will they reach out? Will they apologize? Oh, it is 3 reversed and 1 right side up night again, isn't it? I think that they will reach out. The 6 of Cups is a reaching. You can see them reaching out. Will they apologize? That's sort of the big question. The 9 of Wands says no. The Ace of Pentacles says, I don't really want to sort of get anything steady going, anything meaningful going. I just want to sort of, talk to you basically. And then the King of Swords reversed is kind of interesting in this spot because the King is sort of a leadership role and whatnot. I don't think that they're going to step up and apologize. Bottom line, I don't think that's in their vocabulary. It feels like that they're not going to apologize. This is not something they do very often, apologize basically. And to get apology out of them, you're going to have to drag it out of them and, pretty badly. I do think they will contact you though. We do have that contact right here. 6 of Cups is sort of a reaching out and talking to somebody else. And the Ace of Pentacles says, no, not going to apologize. Getting an apology out of this person takes an act of God. Basically, is what I'm seeing as far as that goes. All right. Now, Sam, do these guys listen before Irene lies about me? What? Believe? Okay. Paula, Merry Christmas to you. Cece and Mama Bina, Merry Christmas to you as well. How are you doing tonight? Let's see about, do these guys. So that was your question from last night, Sam. Sam I Am has a... Do these guys listen, believe Irene's lies about me? All right, so somebody's lying about you. We want to know if they are believing it or not. We'll use the this might hurt. This might hurt is going to be on target. On target for this particular question. I'm just saying. This might hurt indeed. It might indeed hurt. So basically, yes, no question. Let's go with a yes, no. Lies, do they believe? Do they listen? Do they listen? So we're looking for swords here. The Empress. Oh, wow. This person's really, really manipulative. Okay. So they are very manipulative and they are good at it. They are good at it. The Knight of Cups rolling in there, bringing in the comfort, bringing in the coffee, bringing in all of this news. I think that a lot of people listen to this person. They have a lot of influence and a lot of power with that. They do seem to have a lot of facts. They seem to have a lot of facts, and they present the facts well. And they present it very well. So there you go. Yeah, very manipulative person, right? The 3 of Wands. I think people are looking for information about you for some reason. They care what goes on. They care about what you're doing. It's almost like that, you sort of have a little bit of intrigue about you that they sort of make them interested. If you were a nobody, nobody would care what you're doing. You know what I mean? They'd be like, nobody would care what you're doing. But there is that. Yeah, there is that. So yeah, I think, they believe them. This person's very manipulative. They're good at it. And they're good at sort of getting people around the table. And I think that you have enough intrigue about you that that people sort of want to know a little more about you. And it seems that they have the information. All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's true information or not. Christina, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, she's just jealous. Yeah, it's true. It is true. Jen is next. Jen, what was your question? I'm sort of scrolling around here, seeing if Jen had a question. Let me know, Jen, if you have a question or not. I don't see one. Okay, Cece, was it a soulmate or a karmic connection? I don't know. Let's see about that. That is sort of an interesting one there. Soulmate versus karmic connection. Let's see how that goes. All right. Not really sure what is going to be the mixture there. What's going to be the one key between one and the next? Let's sort of see. We get a little bit of the dark mansion action going in here. All right. Who asked a spread? Okay, Mama Bina wants to know, what spread do you use? Are you reading the cards from right to left? No, I'm just reading them as a whole. And the spread that I'm using is the spread that fits on the screen. It's like somebody the other day asked, why do you use 4 cards? And I said, look how many fit on the screen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. That fits comfortably on the screen. Therefore, that's what you get. That's what you get. All right. All right. Let's see. Was it soulmate or karmic connection? 4 of Cups, definitely a karmic connection. 4 of Cups says that we have things to work out. There are things to work out. We don't get everything that we need, everything that we want all the time, right? The 4 of Cups is sometimes we're just handed stuff, and that could be something that we really don't want to deal with at certain times. The 3 of Cups being reversed says that is an option for us to sort of remove that, or sort of get sort of this karma sort of worked out, get something worked out, you know, as far as how we're connected to this particular person. The 3 of Cups says this time around, it's not a friendship. It's not something where it's going to be a joyous celebration and whatnot. The 3 of Cups with the friends, it's going to be something that's going to be a little bit different, but it is something that we need to work out with this person before they get released. The Emperor says that this is sort of their karmic connection. This is their karmic connection. Obviously, you're both involved in it, but it's sort of initiated by them. They are the initiator. They are the one that had the power. The Emperor, it feels like that they started the whole thing, and they sort of initiated the action, they initiated the connection and whatnot. Bottom line, the King of Wands being reversed says that, I mean, it's not something that's going to move quickly. It's going to be sort of a slow burn type thing. We sort of got to get everything going. Don't expect to get everything resolved this round, basically, is what it's saying. All right. What deck has everyone got this week? I ordered the Mystical Dream Tarot, the one that US Games just released. I ordered that from US Games and they shipped it. It should be here Monday, I think, but I'm pretty excited about it. What was it called? It's not the Mystical Dream. It was something else. I don't remember. Let me see. Do I even have? No. Anyway, but let me go to US Games and see what's there. US Games Inc. Categories. There you go. Tarot and Inspiration. New. It is the... I'm scrolling. Man, they released a lot of stuff. Where the hell is it? Tarot of Mystical Moments. Tarot of Mystical Moments. There we go. I'll paste it in chat. The... Tarot Mystical Moments is being shipped right now. They have a 20% off sale, by the way. Med School. Marina wants to know about Med School. Let's see about that. Med School. All of that good stuff. All right. Let's sort of see about the Med School by using the Bonefire Tarot. Bonefire Tarot would be good. You're trying to cut back. Yeah, CM, you kind of got to cut back on spinning, right? Gagazzo, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. What is going on? Hopefully you like the stream while hanging out. Merry Christmas to you, Monica, as well. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a fantastic Christmas. I will be here after my dinner and all of the good stuff that happens with the family. I will be on stream at 6:30 p.m. as usual. Everything should be settled down by then. So let's see about Justice, Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, and King of Cups. Getting into Med School, I don't know. I don't see anything that says yes. I'm kind of looking for a movement card to get into med school, to get that move going and whatnot. Yeah, Jen, what was your question, Jen? You're positive reading with Leos. I wonder when it flat out ignore me. Cold shoulder. Okay, the Leos. I have no idea. Jen, is this your question? The positive readings with a Leo? Let me know, Jen. So, yeah, so we're looking for med school. I don't see anything where we're moving into med school. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Christina, how are private readings done? I can do Zoom, phone, email. I can make you a private video. I can do anything you want. I literally can do anything you want. All right, Jen, I got you. Cheryl, welcome. How you doing tonight? I'm going to say no. I hate to say no, but I don't see any movement cards. I don't see any learning cards. I would expect a ton of swords. I would expect some movement cards. I would expect the high priestess for getting that knowledge, even the hierophant for getting into a particular institution. I would expect anything like maybe a 2 of cups, maybe a 6 of cups, where we're sort of being accepted. We get the acceptance letter. I don't see any of that. None of that. I don't see any of that at all. So I'm just going to go with a no, basically. I just don't see anything, the positive cards that I would expect to see for getting into med school. All right. But that is just a deck of cards. You know, at the end of the day, that is just a deck of cards. All right. Let's go backwards and get Jen over there. Jen wants to know. I get positive readings with a Leo. So, all right. I wonder, why are they ignoring me? Why do they ignore Jen? Jen gets ignored. What is going on? Nobody should be ignoring Jen. Oh, let's see about that. It's a dream her friend just got in. I mean, it was just a deck of cards, though, at the end of the day. I just don't see anything that would indicate a yes. It's not like it's not a no. It's just a lack of a yes. And since it's a binary yes or no deterministic question, I'm just going to have to go with the opposite of yes, since I don't have anything that definitively or even hints at a yes. I got to go with the plan B, which is the other choice, which is a no. All right, but I didn't get a no per se. Like I didn't get anything that just says no, like a 10 of swords or a 3 of swords. It will say no. I didn't get any of that. Anyway, the one are just flat out ignoring me. High priestess, which I wish you got in the last reading, right? The 7 of cups. I mean, it looks like they're shopping around. It looks like they're shopping around for a little bit of love, a little bit of love. They don't like the commitment right now. They don't like the commitment right now. They feel like the commitment is just a little something they don't want to sort of deal with at the moment. Shopping around, doing a little 7 of cups action. All this love out there, and they want to get a little of that action. A little of that action. Marina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Sure, Monica. Marina just hosted you. Monica, let me know what your question is. But yeah. Ace of Cups, making all sorts of new connections with the new people. It just looks like they're shopping, basically. Jen, they're shopping around. You know what I mean? They're getting that window shopping done. It's Christmas time. Might as well shop for some people. Might as well shop around and get some new love. Get anew that Christmas love. Make it snow on somebody. All right. Okay. Christina, general reading for the new year. Let's see about that. Let's see, CW, general, sunshiny day, and Boo Boo. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Monica, I need to know your question. And Lewis, what is Lewis's question? Does anybody know what Lewis's question is? No, that doesn't mean. My question is, we can talk to me again, and when? I don't know why he ghosted me. All right, Lewis, we got your question in the queue there. All right. Let's see about this. Got a general. Let's go with, we're actually running out of tarots at the moment. Let's go with the, let's go with this one. Everybody loves this one. A little bit of that, Jesus, with the donation just rolling in. Well, thank you, Christina. I appreciate the compliment. Let's see how that goes. I need to start working on my book. Okay, I got a new book coming out. Kickstarter coming in January. I don't know when in January, but it's coming in January. Of course, I'll let you know and all of that. All right. Let's do a little bit of generala here. You're pretty comfortable. The world says you're pretty comfortable where you're at. I mean, you're not homeless. You're not desperate for anything. Life could be, of course, better. Sam, thank you for your donation. Life, of course, could be better, but you're pretty comfortable, sort of, where we're at now. As far as sort of love goes, I think you're getting a lot of stuff you just don't want. That Four of Cups into Justice. The problem with love, or the problem with connections, some of the problems with relationships is it's way, way, way unbalanced. It feels like one person's too interested, the other person's not interested enough. When you meet somebody, it's almost like, they have a little bit of that imbalance thing going on. You feel like that either they're just way, way off balance and everything is sort of off kilter a lot of times. Four of Cups into Justice means you're getting a lot of things you don't want because of balance issues. Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Okay. Well, for the new year, I think that you actually have some financial issue almost about like the May time frame. Nothing major, but you do have some financial issues. Something comes up, something unexpected where you need to either get some money or somebody need some money, or you just have sort of a little bit of an emergency. So saving up for a rainy day may be prudent for May as far as that goes. As far as sort of finances, you also have a little bit of a dip in November. Not a huge dip as far as that goes, but a little bit of a dip in November. I think it's almost like that's caused by a little stock market issue or something happening with savings or something like that, some sort of weird moving around of money. I also think that you have either moving or an opportunity to move, or there's some movement going around. It could be basically just either a trip, actually moving, or something like that. It sort of gets hot and heavy, I would say, around July or August. And basically that's it. Again, you're sort of just in this comfortable place. You do have some changes. You do have some flexibility that you sort of need to keep up and keep going with. But overall, I don't see anything just dramatic in 2021. I see things getting a little more comfortable sort of mid-year. But again, we have a couple of financial hits, and then we have either a trip or moving or something going on. And that sort of works out. I don't see any big problems with that. So there you go. All right. Getting married in May. Well, there's your financial hit. There is your financial hit right there. All right. I was going to get better. Should I go for something new? All right. Monica wants a job. Monica wants a job question. All right. Let's go with the job. Should I get something new? Should I get some mobile thing going? Monica, see how that is going. All right. Let's see. What are we going to do? Get a little bit of some tarot that we haven't used before. I mean, it is Christmas. Let's get something pretty and wild going out there. See about Monica and the yob and see how that is going to go, by the way. All right. Nexus. Whoa, it's been a hot minute since I've seen Nexus. How you doing tonight, Nexus? I have not played my World of Warcraft Lich King server in quite some time. I'm not really sure what's going on with it. I need to log in and play it. It's a private server, so not like it's costing me anything, But I just got charged for something. What the hell? Oh, AT&T. Screw AT&T. AT&T, I lost the internet has gone out like every month. Oh, man. Anyway. And I'm getting charged more now because my promotion expired. Okay. Should I get another job? Should I keep this job? What should I be doing? Well, hang on to it for dear life is what it looks like. You want to hang on to it for dear life. I mean, by the way, Pedro and Joe's Mystics wants to know there is no list. There is no list. Donations take party, and then I pick at random. We have a ton of donations, and after the donations, we are out of here. But we'll be back tomorrow on Christmas indeed. Monica, hang on for dear life. It just says hang on to what you got. Definitely, we don't want to be leaving. There are some things out there that you don't want to be dealing with if you leave, basically. The grass is not greener on the other side, indeed. As far as making choices and whatnot, it's good to just not make a choice. Let things ride. I think that you're going to be sort of guided into something else when it's time, but let yourself be guided. Don't make any rash decisions, any big decisions with that. Cappy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate Appreciate that. But yeah, hang on for dear life. Bottom line, hang on to that one. For Luis. Luis's question, let's see. See what is going on with that. Why they ghosted me. I think that's Luis's question. I think so. All right. We're gonna do that. I think that's right. All right, we're gonna do that. Go over here and find something interesting. As far as this, we'll go to the nightmare. We'll go to the nightmare before Christmas works out. It is the night before Christmas, and it's time to use the nightmare before Christmas. The nightmare before Christmas. There it is. There it is. Monica, entertainment purposes only. All right. Wynn, don't know why he ghosted me. All right. Let's see about that. Let's see. Not boo, but not book. I mean, it could be ghosting. Ghosting. Why? Why would they ghost me, especially around the holidays? What the hell is going on with that? Queen, we get in contact with me. Why he ghosted me? Queen, they get in contact with you or not? No. They need a break. They need a break. This is the delay card. This is the distance card. Let's get some distance between you and I. Joe's Mystic, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Let's get some distance between you and I. That Four of Needles, it talks about resting. It talks about getting some distance. They want some distance right now. Now, will they get in contact with you again? The Six of Swords is not exactly the most prominent card. It seems that they're moving on. The Six of Swords is sort of a moving on deck where I'm getting what I have. I'm moving on. I'm taking sort of what I have, where I have, and I'm getting into the next stage. So they are moving on. They need a break. They are moving on at this point. The Three of Potions, the times were good, but it's time to move on. The Queen of Wands, again, multitasking, time to move on. The whole spread, the whole deck says it's time for them to move on. Bottom line. So they ghosted you. They may not be contacting you again. They're definitely in a stage to where they're ready to move on and get into the next phase of their life. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Sunshiny day. Daughter, SD, daughter, will that improve? Will that improve? Will that get any better? Let's see, what's a good daughter deck? Oh, let's use the Little Prince. That's a good one. It's a good one for, kids and whatnot. I'm sorry, they're probably not a kid, but you know how it goes. All right. Let's see how that goes. How that goes indeed. All right. See you later, Paula. Good for you. Good to see you here. Hope you have a fantastic Christmas. All right. Let's see there. Daughter, will that improve or not? Ten of Cups says yeah. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. They still have some rudeness to go. They still have some bad things to dish out. I think that they're in a stage where they just need to lash out. You know what I mean? They need to lash out at this point. The Queen of Swords is Corella DeVille. They want to be a little bit mean. They want to lash out. They want to sort of, get revenge on the world because the world has been mean to them, apparently. The King of Pentacles says they do relax. Once they lash out enough, once they get it all out of their system, I think that they relax a little bit. The King of Pentacles is a retired banker, and you move into the Ten of Cups as sort of, being a little bit better. But it seems they just need to vent out all the steam. They need to vent out all the frustration. They need to move on after they do that. But until they do that, it's going to be all pent up. It's going to bug them. It's going to bother them. If they need therapy, if they just need to get one good yell out or something, the rebel yell. I don't know what's going on, but it could be one of those things. But the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Swords says you do have a better situation, but again, they need to get it out of their system. Until they get it out, it's going to sit there and brew like a bad coffee. You know what I mean? Like a coffee you didn't get out of the pot. You left it in the pot and it started crusting and getting all kind of nasty. All right, beautiful deck indeed. By the way, that is the Little Prince Tarot. Do I have the box here? I do like to show the box when I can, and I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. That was the Little Prince Tarot. That's actually from a book. You can get the book. General reading for Sam I Am. Let's see. Get a general. Get a general. A crusty coffee. You know, that's no good to have crusty coffee. Monica, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's see about this with the Edgar Allan Poe and all that good stuff. Monica, let me know what your question is. I appreciate it. General reading for January. What is going on with this particular spot on the table? I don't know. Cards are going wild tonight. I think it's because the heat is on. The heat is on. And I think it's blowing the cards around. Could be. Could be. We did have a card completely reverse itself a minute ago. It's kind of funny. All right. What are we doing here with the general? The world. It means that it's going to get better. Things are going to improve. You have a lot of people working against you, though. We have two queens. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I think that you just have a bunch of gossipy, a bunch of people that are just, you know, out to get you. It feels like they're just out to get you. Monica, thank you for your donation. I appreciate he's going to invite me to go out. There you go. But yeah, it feels like, it feels like, you know, that is going to be a little bit of a gossip. A little bit of the gossip will continue. Again, I think you have some people that you just made angry. And I do think that these people are just going to hang around. They're going to keep going. You know, they just need to get it out of their system, as apparently just like the last reading. They just need to get it out of their system. We got these two queens coming together, making a little bit of trouble sometimes and whatnot. Four of Cups says you do have to sort of pick your interactions carefully because you got to be aware that some people are going to gossip about you. Some people are going to be working against you. So make sure that you sort of vet your friends pretty carefully. Any new people, make sure that they're not going to be sort of spying or they're not going to be sort of a pain in the butt overall. But, you know, overall in general, it does get better. The world said things do improve, things do get better. People sort of move on with their lives, you know, but, you know, it's going to take time for people to sort of get that out of their system and sort of move on to the next shiny object. Right now, you appear to be the shiny object for a couple of people. Not everybody, but just a couple of people. Happy wants to know about the Aquarius. Let's do that with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Does Aquarius want to see me again? Any concepts about me? Let's check that out. See what they are going to do. A little bit of the Aquarius action going on there. Let's see. Oops, that is the wrong button. See about the Aquarius. They got a general concept of how they see me, general concepts about me. Well, I mean, they do see issues. They do see issues with sort of how everything is going. I don't think that they sort of like 100% of how everything is going. They want a bit of a change, right? The Fool, I want a bit of a break. I want to sort of launch into something new, launch into something that's going to be a little bit different. I think that's sort of how they feel. I want to get something different going on. I want to sort of adjust, change things and all of that stuff. So there you go. No, that's not the question. How does he see me? He sees you as, again, they need to change something about the interaction. Things need to change. The Fool, we need to go on a different type of adventure as far as that goes. They are sort of cautious around you. I don't think they agree with everything that you say. I don't think they agree with sort of everything that you present. They're definitely sort of cautious in some ways, a lot about that. And they do think that they need to sort of balance everything out. They have a lot of things going on in life. They need to balance that issue out with all of that. But overall, I mean, they like you. It's just a matter of that they want to change things a little bit and optimize or modify how the interactions go or whatnot. I don't think they like everything as is. They want some adjustments to be there. And again, they are a bit defensive sometimes. Maybe it could be they're a little nervous. Maybe it could be that they think that they say some wrong things sometimes. But yeah, they do have some regrets as far as interactions go. All right. Well, let's see. Joe, will Brent communicate soon with a relationship? Let's see about that. All right. Thanks, Virgo. You're quite welcome, Cappy. All right, Joe and Brent. Jen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see how the Leo feels about me. We will get out of here. So Jen will be the last reading tonight. There you go. All right, let's get some Brent action going. What does Brent say? What say you, Brent? Let's go with a Hobbit Tarot. A little bit of the Lord of Rings feel as we sort of roll into the Christmas Eve. Hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas, by the way. Hope that you enjoy your day and chilling out and hanging out and all that good stuff. Hope it is fantastic for you. All right, let's see about this. As far as Brent goes, will they communicate with a relationship? The Two of Coins, the Five of Cups, the Sun, and the Three of Coins, I do think that they communicate. It does feel that they communicate, right? We have the Sun. Here comes the Sun, just like the Beatles song. The Five of Cups, though, the Lord of Disappointment, I think that they communicate poorly. There are some things that they need to take care of with themselves. It's almost like that they have a little bit, not like mental health issues, but they have a little bit of a challenge when it comes to communication, or a challenge when it comes to relationships in general. And it feels like that they're just sort of walking in circles, or they're on the mouse wheel sometimes, where they're not making great progress. They're not making big things that are going to be big advantages with that. The Two of Coins, the choices, sort of getting things done and whatnot. Again, it feels like this person is very out there, very out there. The reality, the in touch with the reality is kind of lost sometimes and all that. Sam, I hope you have a great one as well. But yeah, you do have some challenges getting this person to commit. You do have some challenges getting this person to do anything, basically. But again, we're looking at sort of this mental issue to where they're just not necessarily just bad at relationships or bad at communication, but they're just unprepared. They sort of walk in, stumble in, and figure it out as they go. There you go. All right. And Monica wants to know, let's see, what is that? What did Monica want to know? Looking around. Is he going to invite me to go out? Okay. Monica, let's see if they're going to invite us to go out and all of that stuff. Pedro, thank you for your compliment. I appreciate that. Pedro, welcome. Pedro, I did vote for Pedro, by the way. I'm just saying. I did vote for Pedro. In case Napoleon Dynamite wants to know. All right. Yeah, let's see. Are they going to ask me out? Oh, let's go with a good, nice, reliable deck as we sort of get that out. You know what I mean? Hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well, Angie. Let's see. Vote for Pedro indeed. Oh, let's see. You know, I didn't vote for any of the presidents. I wrote in Pedro. Okay, let's see here. Are they going to ask me to go out? 8 of Cups says no. 9 of Cups says they like you, though. 3 of Cups, lack of connection with the 7 of Swords. A little bit of a weird 7 of Swords action there. Basically, I don't think they're going to ask you out. I just don't see that. You know what I mean? The 8 of Cups, the sort of the abandonment or leaving the situation undone or sort of leaving you hanging. You got this feel of them leaving you hanging, sort of just going about their own thing. It's almost like they're oblivious a lot of times to some things. They're just not aware. They're not dynamically aware of a lot of things of their surroundings and whatnot. 7 of Swords, a movement card being reversed, says they're not going to make a movement towards that. They're just going to sort of get away from that. We have two cards with abandonment or leaving a situation, right? The 9 of Cups says they do like you, though. They do have some nice things to say about you. They like you. The 9 of Cups says they take pleasure in sort of being around sometimes and all of that. But the 3 of Cups, it's, they keeping the distance. Keeping the distance a little bit. It feels like they're keeping their distance, maybe for a reason, maybe for no reason, but they feel like this is the time to keep a distance. All right. And finally, the last reading. Leo, what the heck is a Leo feeling about me? Jen, let's see about that. Leo, what do they feel? What do they feel? Indeed. Cheryl, I hope you have a great Christmas, Cheryl. Let's see about this. Let's get a little bit of the Mons Tarot action to conclude tonight. Get there. We're going to go and be back tomorrow. Yes, we are streaming on Christmas Day. I'm going to go do some football, family, and food, and then we'll come back, do some stream later that night. You know what I mean? A little later that night stream at 6:30 p.m. as always. My family ends Christmas pretty early. I don't know when football ends, but probably 6, which is perfect. At 6:30 sounds good. Leo, pain in my side indeed. I mean, what the heck is a Leo feeling for me? Oh, 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups. This doesn't look good. 3 of Swords, sort of the breakup, a little bit of the breakup feel, a little bit of the, not really wanting to connect. 8 of Pentacles, it feels like a lot of work. 9 of Swords, a lot of worry, a lot of concern about it, but a lot of worry and a lot of concern. They're sort of they're concerned about how things appear to other people. They're concerned about sort of how things are going to go, and they're trying to plan it out long term, but they're really bad at planning anything out long term. But they're trying anyway. They're going to give it a shot. Obviously they're just having some problems with that, basically. And then the 7 of Cups, not able to make a firm decision with a lot of different things. This person has a lot of issues sort of getting in there. You know what I mean? So yeah, 3 of Swords is bad. The 9 of Swords is bad. 7 of Cups means they're sort of lost and out there looking at other people, looking at other things. They're sort of not really deciding anything, not really making any firm decisions. And it seems like the entire thing is a lot of work, basically. So that's what they're feeling about you. It's not a lot of good cards there, a lot of challenging cards kind of thing going on. Anyway, and that is the readings for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I will be back here tomorrow at the same time, 6:30 p.m. Central. Talk to you then.